Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your statewide MTN News this Monday. I'm Jeanelle Slade. We'll schedule that hair appointment and go shopping, but carefully. Retail stores, salons, and barber shops will open their doors today as phase one of the governor's reopening plan moves forward. These businesses must follow strict guidelines from the state to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Personal care shops must screen customers for symptoms, provide 6 feet between stations, and reduce the amount of contact time between customers and staff. Retail stores must put employees through a health assessment before the beginning of their shift. Now, employees must also make sure that distancing is possible for all customers at all times. Well, just one new positive COVID-19 case here in Montana this afternoon. That case in Yellowstone County. Our state stands at 449 people who have tested positive. 352 of those have recovered and 14 people have died. We now go to Wyoming, where the state announced it now has 8 new coronavirus cases. Wyoming's numbers are growing much faster recently, with 38 new cases in the past 3 days. So far, 370 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in the state. 7 people have died. Public health orders remain in place in Wyoming until Thursday. Well, it's time to have some positive news in our day, so we're going to head over to Ed McIntosh in the Weather Center, who's going to deliver just that.
Yeah, I'm positive somebody's going to get some rain.
Yes.
And, okay, that part's good. So let's go ahead and take a look at our satellite radar mix for today, because we do have some weather that's shifting across the region from west to east, and it is creating everything from some wind and the blue arrows to, well, let's take a look regionally, because it really breaks down showers and some windy conditions in the white shaded areas of northwest Montana. Showers, isolated thunderstorms, some higher elevation snow through southwest Montana, the green shaded regions. Fire risk even increasing as winds are going to be very strong across north central Montana. And as the clouds increase, we'll see warmer temperatures in the eastern plains, but the showers and thunderstorms could move in there. We'll break down the regional forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Ed. Well, hotels are considered essential businesses here in Montana, but few businesses have been hit harder by this pandemic. What is usually a booming time for booking in the state is actually a bust. Hotel managers say they hope June will mark a return of tourism into the state, but White House Response Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birch says cross-state travel likely won't be advisable anytime soon. That leaves corporate and in-state travelers as the only prospects for hotels.
Really, that's all we're seeing now is a little tiny bit of in-state travel. We are not seeing hardly any travel at all.
A large portion of Montana's tourism industry comes from Canada, and the border will remain closed for at least the next 30 days. Well, with COVID-19 changing work environments, people with disabilities and underlying medical issues are concerned. The Rocky Mountain ADA provides support for those who are covered by the Americans with Disabilities Act. It's a civil rights law that protects people with disabilities from discrimination in all areas of public employment, access to business, and access to government. Rocky Mountain ADA Deputy Director Emily Schumann says she's been getting a lot of calls from both employees and employers.
Saying, I have an employee who's just asked me for this accommodation. Do I need to grant that, or what's the process for that? So I would say that's been sort of people's main concern. It's just around employment and making sure that they stay employed, but also protect themselves and their families. So there's been a lot to kind of untangle.
Now, the Rocky Mountain ADA has resources and a phone number to call. You can head to our website for more details. Well, a Helena family showed some much gratitude to healthcare workers by standing outside the VA hospital with thank you signs. Amy Renshaw and her children created these signs to show their thanks as workers were leaving for the day. The gesture has about 1,000 likes on Facebook after someone leaving the hospital saw the family and posted a picture. The Renshaws have also made baked goods for their mailman.
We have talks at home a lot with our kids about serving other people in the community and trying to look outside ourselves. And one of the things that we talked about was that just because someone does something for us every single day doesn't mean that we shouldn't say thank you. So.
And the family hopes to be outside the VA again this Friday in Helena and welcomes anyone to join. Well, Carroll College held its annual SURF, but this year virtually. SURF stands for Student Undergraduate Research Festival. About 150 students presented their research virtually. Then videos of the presentations were uploaded for anyone to view. Cheyenne Damron is a nursing student at Carroll. With her group, she presented her research virtually on Zoom. According to Cheyenne, students were working on their research before transitioning to online learning, which made the research at first seem discouraging.
So it almost seemed that all this work had kind of led to this point of nothing. But then Carroll kind of came together and said, we're gonna host this virtual thing, and the department came together and offered another little version of it too. And so then the discouraging moment really turned into a very positive moment.
And Cheyenne says many students use their undergrad research in their application when applying for graduate schools. Well, we have more news ahead on your noon news. We'll show you a way to mix up your stay-at-home routine. It starts with watching a unique bird that's everywhere except Antarctica. Well, the time now is 12:06, but first, Ed's in next with your statewide weather forecast.